I wish you shelter from the storm, a cozy fire to keep you warm.
Your passion in performance is almost a fulfillment of everything you are. What inside the core of your being do you believe is most expansive when it is released in performance?
I would have to say love and presence. Performing through the voice and the body, there is a deep sense of connection to the truth within, which is then universal. It's a truth that everybody can access to, but not everybody allows themselves to go that deep. And so when I'm performing, I have that chance to really do it. And in those moments, there's that aliveness, that the feeling of everything sort of aligns, and you're here, and that's the presence. There's no doubt, there's no thinking about other things, there's just being here now. That's when the magic really happens, and you're like, oh, okay, that's why I do all that work.
So you recently filmed your one-woman show that you've evolved over the years from a cabaret act to something more personal. As you gathered your many talents together, which one was the breakthrough that allowed for the one-woman show to begin?
I would say the voice, so music. I've been observing my process, and I think that the sound is what initiates the rest in some ways. And throughout my career as a student, I've been trying to find all different angles, right, with all these disciplines. But I think that this show really brought me back to the truth, in the sense that it's like, okay, music, come on, come back here, come back to the voice. Not that all the other arts are a distraction, but they're helping express that voice. And so sometimes I think, for me at least, the process of finding the voice has been a very intimate and scary thing to do. And so having the support of the body, movement, or art, or theater, and play allow me to become more and more confident and comfortable with myself enough to hear and start listening to the voice within. That was improvisation, and space allows me to find that voice.
Right. Now that you've been in America for over 15 years, what are the most positive elements of your experience here?
That the major thing that I'm very thankful, grateful for America is offer me a space, distancing myself from my origins for a little bit, and by origins I mean more like, the environment you find yourself to begin your life in. So the family, the friends, the society around you, that certainly conditions you and forms you in positive ways and also negative ways. And for me, being able to come to the States was a chance to distance myself from all those expectations and rules, or that somehow were there for me, and enable myself to find me, to find my voice, to give myself permission to explore my artistic interest, passion, in a way that felt safer, without judgment around myself. So that's thank you, USA. There's an ocean, there's
Well, what still bugs you?
Well, I can say it bugs me also the distance in the same way that
Okay.
it gives me freedom, it also gives me pain.
Yeah.
So it's like this, it's like growing pains, right? That you have to go through, but you're leaving behind something very, very, very precious. I'm very connected to my roots, to my family, to the sea. So I really miss that. So it's a battle. It's an inner, conflict there.
At what point in your life did English become your second language, and what do you find interesting about English that you don't have in your native Italian? And conversely, what does your native language have that English can never interpret?
Yes. So second language, I came to the States when I was 16, the first time,
Wow.
as an exchange student. So
Okay.
that was my first experience of immersing myself in this country, with a family, a host family in Indianapolis, and who was fabulous, gave me like a total new experience of life, um, and that's when I started dreaming in English after being totally lost and confused for a while. And then it sort of happened on its own. And suddenly I was speaking English. Finally, I was like, I can understand the songs that I was listening to, or like I can speak them. Um, so that's when it became my second language, and I am still working on it, on making it more fluent and less of an accent, but can't. It hasn't
That's,
worked out so far.
oh, no, no.
Words have been always a bit of an obstacle for me, and I think that's why movement, physical theater, mime, clown,
Right.
um, and music were like easier in a way for me. Was like I felt better because I didn't have to use so many words, and um, English and so Italian, to speak well in Italian, it takes a different kind of mind, I think, and a
Interesting.
different ability. And in
Oh,
English, it was there's a certain direct way of finding like just a few words to express like a big idea, and the way it flows with music and the notes sometimes it's just more simple for me, and I didn't have to put a lot of effort in it. But of course, when the Italian language is used well, I love it. I love
so
the
beautiful.
roots, and so I want to do more of that as well, just to
Right.
get better at it.
Your singing is transcendent, by the way. And you
Oh.
chose I Wish You Love as a signature on your preview video. How do you think I Wish You Love encompasses the facets of what you believe in and how you are as a performer?
I love that song so much. And
So do
in
I.
that song too, it's a French song. So I love that I can relate to the French language as well. So I want to sing them both in both languages, because the meaning is slightly different. You lose something in translation, right? But you gain something as well, because the translation in English is it's so beautiful as well.
Yeah, yeah.
I believe in love. I believe in unconditional love, and I believe in change. I believe that people can change and transform. Um, so there's never a situation that you should feel stuck in and never change just because you made that decision before. I wish you love. There's a release, and there's a peace, and there's a gratitude that goes towards what you're leaving behind.
The award-winning animated film Bakanika is about your composer grandfather and his journey to love. What do you think is in your DNA that you share with him?
Bakanika is my grandfather, Vladimir Sambon. I sure hope that it's music, and to just bring these beautiful composition to life, and um, I hope that that's what it is. reawakened me to, come on, Natalja, sit back at the piano, do your thing. Don't worry about what others say or think.
So, the final question. In your performance, yoga, witchery, and energy practice, what mantra or physical freedom keeps emerging and guides you in your journey to wherever you are going?
Can I give you more than one?
Sure, absolutely. There's no rules on this question.
Yeah. There's one mantra that I like to sing a lot also with my kids, my children, as the beginning of the day to charge us up with solar energy, and that's the Gayatri mantra. And then there is a mantra for the throat, and I feel it also in the heart, which is Hami Hum Brahm Hum. One for the fear, which is the Mahamrityunjaya. I think I give you those three.
Well, thank you so much. This is Patrick McDonald for HollywoodChicago.com. Copyright 2022.